Hi everyone, it's Jo Gifford here, and today we're talking about how to know your values to know your value in your personal brand. So your values are your set of ideas, notions and concepts. It's your personal lens on the world. Your values define the way that you act, the way that you behave, the way you interact, the way you do stuff, the way you work and the way you play, whether you know it or not. And taking charge of those, being clear on them, has a huge effect both on your career and in your personal life. Why? Because when we really know and embody who we are and what we stand for, we get to articulate that throughout everything that we do, whether as someone who works in an organization or someone who runs their own business. Knowing your value and your values are really key to harnessing some confidence, to knowing who you are, what you stand for, and to being able to articulate that in everything that you do, both online and off. So when you know exactly what you stand for and how your values add value to those around you, well, then you can articulate your own value. And I'm talking about being able to be confident about asking for pay rises, being able to be confident about charging what you need to, being able to see really clearly how what you do brings value to other people, how the way that you operate adds value to those around you, and therefore to be super confident about what you do. So my values are creativity, flexibility, brilliance, and family. And these words that I've chosen really embody concepts of things that are super important to the way that I live and work. Okay, so flexibility is important to me in the way that I live my life as a mum, as someone who runs a business with chronic illnesses. I want to be able to be flexible about the way that I live and work. Brilliance is important to me. I want to encourage others to see their own brilliance, and I want to see the brilliance both in myself and in other people all the time. And this is something that I nurture throughout the ways that I live and work. Creativity is absolutely a thread throughout everything that I do. Creative thinking is so important to me, and making time for creativity informs everything I do. Again, about the way that I live and work, whether I'm dancing at a morning rave in the morning or I'm doing some brainstorming stuff with a client. Creativity is super important to me. Family is huge. So everything that I do is informed by this matrix of values. So I get to choose, everything I do, will it impact on any of these values? The way that I live and work also informs how I do every action. So how do you choose your values? Inherently, you know your values anyway. They are part of you. But when we get really clear on them, it helps us to get super clear on who we are as a personality, on who we are as a human being. And when we articulate that strongly, you'll see huge results in your life. So choosing your values is an exercise in clarity of your awesomeness, essentially. You're making sure that you spend time to check in with what you stand for, with how you operate, with how you roll. So to help you choose your values, I recorded a super quick walkthrough of how to use a worksheet that I've also designed for you, which is all about how to choose your values, how to check in with yourself that they feel right, how to articulate them, so that you will leave with a set of words which really ring true to you for your values, because you can use those as a foundation to articulating your awesome and to branding your brilliance and to letting people know your value in the world.